Every so often I have to play catch up with my other Ubuntu system. So I'm on the second Ubuntu system, the one with the virtual machine. And this one, I haven't really used it, to be honest with you, because OBS doesn't work on it. As I was saying in the previous video, ever since I installed the Oracle Virtual Box, I've had some issues with installing OBS. I mean, you can install it, but it won't work. It won't run. I go, after I install OBS, and I go into my when I go into my Zorin menu down here, like this, and I go into where it should be, which is in I think it's in Internet, actually. I think it should be, well, anyway, either way, I've been in there. I've been in graphics, I've been in software and video in that menu, and it's not there either. But I've uninstalled it again because I actually used the purge command, because I thought I might be able to clear out any history. So this is what's happening. I have to play catch up occasionally on the second system. I just boot into it, run all the updates, and hopefully my this other system will be fixed at some point so that I can install OBS, because at the moment all I've got is my Kden Live, which is down here in the bottom right hand corner, right there, right. So Kden Live works, but OBS won't. Now I'll pause a minute and I'll show you what happens when I try to install it. I'll just pause the video because also there's something else you need to know. In Zorin OS, there's actually two updates. There's system tools, and then there's software updater there. That's the other software update. There's two of them. Software updater there, and this is this big box that's running right now. That is down here. That is that's software, right? That's what's running right now. So the software updater, and then there's other. It's confusing. You've got two sets of updaters, really. It's because of the there's two different repositories, I think, and one's for, I think one's for the flat packs, and I think the other one's for the built-in software. So that's up to date, right? That one. It's just updated now. So I'll close that. Now here's the other one, software updater. Right. So in the other software updater, it's the system components, the main system. It's so we run this one now. So install now. This one's the one that asked me to log in as well. Usually, or maybe I have to reboot or something. I don't know. Well, it's minimized. Yeah, right. So there we go. It's depends if it's updating the system. If it's updating the system, it will ask you to log on. But obviously, what it's updating at the moment is obviously not system. Otherwise, it would have prompted me to put my username and password in again. So anyway, after we've done this, shouldn't take too long. After I've done this other update, I'll see if I can get OBS installed again. Actually, I'll probably need to reboot. I probably should do anyway. I'll probably reboot and try to put OBS back on there, but it's not working, and I don't know why. Because I've run the what's it? You see this program over here, this Ubuntu Cleaner. I even tried running Ubuntu Cleaner to clear my cache. So if you open Ubuntu Cleaner, you get you have to install that separately, by the way. It's not part of Zorin OS. But there's a thing in here. It says cache, right? Apt cache, right? You click on that, you get this box, and you can clean out, you can select this other box up here like that. I'm not going to do it right now because it's updating. Obviously I don't want to mess with it, but there's all this other stuff down here, right? And I cleared that cache recently. I didn't mess with the old kernel stuff because I think some of the programs on here might use the old kernel, and it's also there for backups if you want to go back to an earlier copy of the earlier version of Ubuntu. If you have problems and you can't boot up, you have to use the older version. So I'm not going to mess with that. I'm going to leave the old kernel in there. And then there's package configs. If you select that, then yeah, there's another menu up here somewhere. There's package configs, and that shows you all these packages and that. But as I say, I'm not going to mess with that either. But yeah, it might be that I have to clear some of these old package configs out. I don't know. I just don't use that part of it. So I'm checking everything. I'm just going to close that because, as I say, it's in the middle of updating right now. Oh, software update. The software on this computer is updated. It says, right, so click OK. I might be asked to reboot. Or maybe not. Usually I get asked to reboot. But anyway, I'm going to reboot anyway. So, go back to reboot. As I say, I'm on the second system right now. I'm not going to wait a whole minute because my video is going to get too big as it is. So, right, I'm going to reboot into the other Zorin system and see if I can get OBS to work now, because every time I run all these updates, I'm hoping that at some point my OBS will install and work, but it won't work every time I try it. So that's why I'm using the other system. So I'm going to go to the other Zorin. That's the one I'm on. Well, that's what I'm trying to fix. And it's got something to do with VirtualBox, and I don't think it's going to help me when installing VirtualBox. I think it's another bug that needs to be fixed. There's so many freaking bugs. I mean, that's the reason I didn't install VirtualBox on the other system, because on the other Zorin 17, because I don't want to run into the same problem again. Right, so I'm back on here, right? So if I go into software, right, and I click on the little magnifying glass at the top, and I click on OBS, right, in the search box, there's OBS, right? Click on that, click on install. What's my password? Oh, caps lock, so I'll turn that off. Right, authenticate. Right, so it's going to install OBS, right? You think. But normally when it installs it, a little box comes up at the top. You know where it says cancel or uninstall? It should say open. But it doesn't say open, does it? It just says uninstall. And I click that drop down menu, it says it's installed, it says apt, package install, right? But it says uninstall. It doesn't say open because I can't open it, right? So if I go down to my menu and I go to internet, Firestorm's there, Ustest is there, Signal's there, Thunderbird's there, Tor's there. Go back, right, that's internet. Go up to sound and video. In there I've got Caden Live, Cheese, I've got Brasero, Rhythm Box, Sound Recorder, Videos, and VLC Media Player. But where's the OBS? It's not there. It doesn't exist. It won't work. So what the hell is going on? Somebody out there tell me why my OBS is not working on this system, because it says it's installed, but it's not there. System tools. It's not there either. It's nowhere to be found. I've been through all these menus over and over and over and over again, and it's not there. I've even got main menu, right? This is a little configuration tool. Main menu. You open that. it shows everything that's installed, everything, right? Even the stuff that's hidden normally. It shows accessories, education, graphics. Anyway, you click on these things, right? Accessories, it shows you what is in there, even if it's hidden, right? And OBS is nowhere to be found. Education, no. Games, no, it's not in there. Graphics, not in there. Internet, it's not even in there. Hidden. Office, it's not in there. Other, it's not in there either. Programming, not in there. Sound and video, it's not in there. Anyway, basically it's nowhere to be found. If it was, I'll close it out. If it was, this box would say open. It would say open OBS Studio, but it's not there. All I can do is uninstall it. I can't run it. So I uninstall it. Uninstall. Vicious circle. Trust me, I've tried to figure out what I've purged it, I've done all sorts. I've used the command line to purge it, and it's purged. I reinstalled it from fresh, and it still won't show up. So that's the reason why I'm on the other system, because this one has got some issues. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm going to reboot back into the other system. It's very frustrating when you have a bug like that, a problem like that, and you can't figure out what's wrong. I mean, normally on Windows, I mean, okay, Windows has got its flaws. It's got a lot of flaws, actually. But at least with Windows, if you're installing something, it will say, oh, this program is already installed, or this program cannot be installed on this system for whatever reason. But when you install it on Zorin, it says it's installing it, and it says it's installed, or you can uninstall it, but it doesn't tell you why or what the problem is. It doesn't give you an error message saying, oh, this program has failed to install for whatever reason. There's no error message, and I can't figure out what is going on. So anyway, I'm back on my other system now, and as you can see on this other system, my Zorin is on here. It is down here, right, bottom right hand corner. There's a shortcut there. I mean, so on here it works, but the other one it doesn't. And the only difference between these two systems is the other system's got a VirtualBox on it, and this one doesn't. And this one's got a lot more stuff installed on it, actually. The other system's only got, well, minimal stuff installed on it. The only difference is VirtualBox, really. The significant difference, because I also had Thunderbird on the other system as well. I also had Firestorm, which is up there, installed on the other system. I also had, well, I had a lot of stuff installed on the other system, but the only thing that seems to be in the way of it is the VirtualBox. I'm not sure what problem it is. I really don't. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.